Previously on Indievelopment.
We're 4 weeks away from the end of the 90-day license for Unreal.
Give it a shot so it's not distracting, but make sure it's obvious, because that's the best way to do it. Change the color a little bit will be the easiest indicator.
We've made an incredible amount of progress, I think, but we also have a lot of stuff that we have to figure out.
Yeah, we've got the rate of fire up really high right now in case that's not apparent.
Oh, there it is.
God, Homer, man, you suck, dude.
Thinking that more and more, you know, you have the run where the kind of the stock is going to be visible up in the air, right? When the gun is down, then you have
that went out the window.
Sort of walk where you're ready.
With geometry of rifle, on the gear check, and at least geometry of the hands.
Wow. Missed that one.
Monday morning.
Just finished that this week. This is my list of all the things that have to go in. Bridge, power station, offices, marketplace, trucks, habitats, storage, and ground. Power station is almost done. Habitats are almost done. Storage is almost done. Actually, concrete barricades, but those are actually already done though. Bridge has to get designed tonight. Trucks are designed, no textures on them. We're not talking about textures. We're just trying to get all the final elements and to see what kind of performance we get, you know. Yeah. But it's about where we're at, I think. I'm feeling pretty good, honestly, about where we're at, because originally it was just going to be me and Phil doing this without the help of Byung-Ju or Terrence or anybody else, and we were really shitting our pants about that.
Yeah, I'm trying to make the power plant, and then this kind of tank, and these two is generator, and later on the top.
Interesting.
Yeah, I think it's a little area is big, right?
What do you mean it's big?
This park, area park.
Oh, this is nice. I like that little detail.
Yeah, do you like it?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Hey Phil, you should check out what Byung-Ju's been doing. It's pretty hot shit. He's got the power plant in pretty good shape. The only other thing I would say I would like to see is I'd like to see that this air processing unit thing. I'd like to see that too. Okay. But what I'm gonna do is when you're done with that, I'm actually we'll either show you how to export these as static meshes, or I'll do it, and I'm just gonna put these into the level. I'm not gonna be able to get it in tonight's build, but I'll get it into the level and we can see how it starts affecting performance. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
No, it's not dynamic. I'm not putting a giant dynamic light in the map. Well, he's got a shadow now, though.
They had shadows yesterday.
Oh, they did? Okay.
Yeah.
I removed all of the little point lights in it, though.
Hey, wait a minute. I can't see the character. Go get the package and extract. It's going to be dark there. Oh no, it won't. Actually, go extract it and see if you can get.
You can see how much brighter it is.
Yeah, get a front view of that character because I want to see if that fixed that baked-in problem. Nope.
Ah.
Not at all. I do like it better with that ambient light.
Well, we lost a lot of the dark areas. Did you change? No, you didn't change the gun model yet because we're still getting that crap. One thing I gotta figure out how to do is make the reds a little bit more energized on the gun right now. I don't know if that's the lighting or what's causing that.
I think I figured out how to do the EOTech the way it's supposed to work.
With the glow?
Yeah, I'm gonna give it an actual panning, a texture with a panning alpha on it. Mm-hmm. So it actually
Oh, this is interesting.
Shimmers a bit.
This is new. This is almost like going back to how the sniper rifle was originally.
What do you mean?
Like you can't see what you're shooting at all anymore.
Oh, that's because I moved. That's the only reason that is that if you haven't been aware, the that muzzle flash has been totally off. Now it's centered again, but
Okay.
for some reason, it's drawing in front of the weapon.
Oh,
But
yeah.
Altai has fixed that. Yeah, Altai has fixed that.
Oh,
so.
he has. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
great. Wow, look at that.
Why are you molesting me? Why are you molesting
Because you look like you needed a shake.
No, I don't. I got my own problems I'm working on here. Don't worry.
Here, let's get together and talk about this. Marcus,
Right now the combat system.
Yeah. Hey, Byung-Ju, we're going to talk about the game a little bit, so you can feel free to interject.
I think right now, as it is right now, the close combat system as we have in there is broken. It takes way too long to drop someone when it comes to close combat.
What's the solution?
Well,
Maybe
what is it going to do to our animation if we slow the speeds down?
It's just have to slow the speeds down. And so what's going to happen is you're going to get a little bit of, it's going to look kind of like this.
There's only two things I can think of that will make it easier to hit people more now. First, and this is the easiest, is automatic fire. You can hit somebody a lot easier with automatic weapons. That's why I used to like Quake, because it was like Unreal. You used to have to take more time placing shots. Quake, you were just holding the machine gun down until you got the rocket launcher, and then you would just start spamming the shit out of everything.
What about the possibility
Well, there's the other thing is movement. Like, we're about the same speed as Counter-Strike right now. I actually did kind of like a side-by-side test, and we're almost identical in terms of our speed.
Could we do something where we actually expand the bounding box so it's slightly bigger than the character?
There's a pro and there's a con to that, and if you allow me. The pro is that, yes, like Unreal and Enemy Territory 2, the new one, they actually got rid of that the complex hit detection, because they said the exact same reasons you guys are saying, like in Doom 3, it's a lot harder to kill people. Mm-hmm. On the other hand, Counter-Strike does, and we've tested this, Counter-Strike has that per pixel hit detection. And if we have to have an understanding, if we're going for Counter-Strike players, we need to have it. If we're going
That's actually not what I was saying. What I was saying was actually make the collision volumes bigger within a certain range.
No,
so that instead of it being so sensitive, it's almost like if I'm sort of hitting, you get a little bit like close counts. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That will alienate a whole bunch of people. Well, you can make it easier to do what Unreal
easy,
Tournament
but
did.
not frustratingly hard.
You can increase the size of the target, right?
Yeah.
Or you can slow down the target, or you can make your projectile a more area weapon instead of a hit point weapon.
Yeah, like a shotgun or something.
So maybe our solution lies someplace in a combination of some of these things, in the sense that maybe we slow down the speed in general, right?
I honestly, personally, I like it fast.
But perhaps there's a spot where you can still feel at least like something that's at least the same neighborhood of the speed that we're in right now. We might find that there's a threshold that takes off this edge that we're talking about, where it still feels fast, but it's also not impossible to hit somebody that's 5 feet away from you.
There are two things now. Enemy Territory also has lots of different weapons, as we've seen. So
Yeah.
we are right now bullets only.
Yeah, we only have
so
automatic
for bullets,
targets,
especially if you use, for example, the ACOG, people expect much more accurate hit detection than with rockets and so on.
Yeah.
As you said, our game speed is very similar to Counter-Strike, to the one Counter-Strike uses. Mm-hmm. And we also know that Counter-Strike uses a very detailed hit detection system.
Yeah.
So
we're very close to
apart
Counter-Strike in many ways.
Apart from the automatic fire right now, why is it so much easier to kill someone in Counter-Strike than in our game? Because the distances aren't that different.
There's one other reason it's easier. You know why? There's a dot on the screen. They have the crosshairs on screen. Well, let's just eliminate the differences between us and Counter-Strike, because we've already acknowledged it's easier to kill someone in Counter-Strike. They've got the same hit detection, so that can't be the issue.
Any game where it's harder to kill someone than in BPRE right now.
Oh, dude, please.
Battlefield 2.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to kill somebody in Battlefield 2.
It's really hard to kill somebody.
Yeah.
You have to go prone. You have to bring this weapon up.
Guys, I disagree with you.
Battlefield 2.
You have to slow down. Like if you use up your stamina, you don't hit as well.
We're talking about close quarters battle. We're talking about QCB now.
No,
and I think it's
CQB. Yeah, no, but we're in general with Battlefield 2140. I didn't notice it much in Battlefield 2, but 2142, it's almost impossible to kill people. It's difficult, and I'm a good player, man.
Do you think it's a problem right now that it takes so long to kill someone at close ranges.
Well, here's a
No,
No.
I want to know if
No,
you
I don't
think
think
it's
it's
a
a
problem as
problem.
well.
Because it's going to force you to think of other ways to kill someone.
I really hesitate to like do things like making hitboxes bigger though, unless we're gonna go.
Because as soon as you start shooting at players and you're hitting them in a location where there is actually no mesh, people start getting really angry about such things.
That's one problem. And
That's
the other,
something that's easily spotted.
yeah, I mean when we start doing stuff like that, you might as well start doing respawns like UT also. You know, I mean that's the difference in the game. I think. I mean we could put a dot in the first person perspective and see how that affects things. I'm not really for that.
This will change anything.
I think we should stick to the no dot thing. And I'm not talking about anything drastic with raising the hitboxes. I'm just talking about some of the stuff that I've been seeing with Marcus and
I
Justin.
guarantee you, if everybody plays with automatic, people will be dead a lot faster. If you want to fire up the game and play one.
But we're not doing it.
Well, no, but he's saying it's too hard to kill people. I guarantee you, if we all fire up the game and everybody sets their weapons to full auto, those rounds will be over in seconds. You won't have any of these problems we're talking about with close quarters and being hard to kill someone. I guarantee you. Yeah, let's do it. I'll start the server right now. We added an automatic weapons fire. I think we're going to attempt to slow down the run speed a little bit in the game. Because it's so hard to kill people in the game right now, especially when we started adding body armor to the equation, but we also don't have a weight sort of differentiator yet for the body armor. So it's like theoretically the more armor you have, the slower you run, but we haven't, you know, that's not even on our nice to have list for our demo. That was like something that was going to come down the line. Right now we're in the process of moving all of our 3D stuff out of Maya into Unreal, and that's what I've been doing today. I have a list of things I'm checking off.
With our deadline about 3 weeks from now, we decided to put into effect a feature freeze about 1 week from now. So in the middle of next week we will start working on new features on the programming side and only work on bug fixes, testing, quality assurance and so on to make sure no major bug slips for our testing net. Basically, these are our remaining features that we definitely want to get into the game. Let's see what we have here. Helmet, yeah. Yesterday Phil finished our 3D model of a combat helmet. Today we're gonna get it into the game, add collision models and basically an armor system. So the helmet will take a specified amount of damage before being destroyed. Any successive hits on the head will simply kill you. Yeah, life is hard, it's difficult. Then what else do we have here? Sounds, footstep sounds, impact sounds, and then particle effects, yeah. On Saturday we'll have some guys coming in with Unreal Engine experience who will probably do some particle effects for us, or at least show Phil how to do that quickly. Post-processing. We left it till the end. Post-processing is basically stuff like the bloom effect for lighting, where strong light sources get a bit blurred. Motion blur, though we probably won't have motion blur in our game. It doesn't really fit, we noticed. Also, John wants some kind of color correction to tweak the color scheme of the game. What else? Yeah, actually that's it. There are a number of minor features that are not worth mentioning, actually, so it's gonna be one hell of a busy week.
Spot for me. Tell me. I'm going to shoot at the lower dot. Tell me if I'm on.
Dead on.
Good. Okay, so this gun is 0.
What? The picture that I used to judge where the A card is doesn't exactly the same as this one.
Okay, do you want to try to fire a few rounds or?
Sure. So
Yeah, I'll give you a basic thing here. So You don't have to hold it like this. You can hold it like this. You can hold it however is comfortable for you. So I have both eyes. You can start with one eye open if you want to get used to it. Okay. Always remember here, keep the rifle pointed only that way. So this weapon is safe. There's a round in the chamber.
Steady.
Oh, you got a jam. Jesus, hold on. Okay.
So I can't even put it on.
No. You gotta. Oh, you got a nice jam. Okay. Okay, it's clear now.
Yeah. Now
Dry?
dry.
That's all your mags?
Yeah, all 4.
Okay. So Phil, yeah, tell us all about your experience with guns.
Well, let's see. There's 2 things. I mean, one is to go for realism. You know what? I feel like I'm saying this about everything recently. Is when you actually observe something in the reel, you actually see two contrasting things. One is that the animation, some parts are going to be simpler and other parts are going to be more difficult. Like the reason that a lot of games have really, pronounced recoils on their weapons and huge muzzle flashes is because, well, and that not being realistic, but them still having it is because it really sells the fact that the gun is firing. It's right. It illustrates what's happening, so you can't miss it. Because if you were to make it realistic, you actually have a lot of challenges to make people understand that the weapon really just fired. Like for instance in SOCOM, they have a fairly realistic thing there. No big muzzle flash.
Yeah.
And a
little bit of smoke.
Yeah, and that's what we have to do is the smoke. And what was interesting about the smoke is that it's basically essentially something that's affected by the atmosphere around it. I was watching when you guys were shooting. I was sitting here in the car. I was watching how the smoke cloud instantly spreads out to about 3 feet in both directions, and then kind of swirls around. And I'm trying to think about how we can do that. My conclusions is I think we start with 100% realistic, which I think is going to actually not be too difficult, with the exception of this sort of smoke effect. And then work from there. We'll try to exaggerate here and there a little bit as we feel is necessary.
My name is Joe Carafa. I'm doing the web services and all the what are we calling it? The
Ronin
store?
SVC.
Well, Ronin SVC, but we're calling it the persistent marketplace
and social network.
It's social networking. That's it. I'm doing that crap. We're using Flex, which is basically an XML language that compiles into Flash. And the reason that we're doing that is because we can keep consistent UI between the different platforms and be able to also show it in a web browser and have it look the same as in the game. My gaming days were back when I was in high school, and I'm.
What was that? 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, 2 weeks ago. I'm to date myself. I guess I'm 4 years out of college now, so that was 8 years ago when I was in high school. And so I'm only 30 years younger than Chang. Working hard on what I was doing before is paying off now and being able to get me into something that I really enjoy doing. So I'm really excited at both the opportunity to work with this team to put out a really good game doing what I'm good at, and also getting into some of the stuff that they're good at and learning how to do that as well. I think it's a really, really good opportunity. So that's why I'm working for free.
Hi, so we're the principals of Scenario A. It's a firm focusing mainly on architectural design. My name is Emily Chang Zadarov. This is Ivan Zadarov. We're both professionals in New York, and we have our our backgrounds formally in architectural studies.
When John approached us, he was talking about this not too distant future colony, and he was talking about very, very forward-thinking concepts such as modularity and seriality, reusability, and things like that. We have been working with him, understanding his vision, trying to understand the architectural and environmental implications for that vision, and trying to design the functional environments.
So I mean, obviously the alignments aren't completely done, but we really just wanted him to have a good idea of how it goes together.
We did a lot of work this weekend with Yvonne on the map and Emily, so that's pretty cool. And you can see that it's really starting to take shape here. You can see a lot of the finished architecture and things are starting to show up. And there's our bridge, some like broken vehicles and things. There we go. So we're gonna be seeing this thing come together this week. So what I've been working on the past few days is trying to get a little more of our architecture to come together in the game engine. And what you see here is pieces that have been cut out of Maya, essentially, and then reassembled in the Unreal Engine. So today we'll be going from this, where you see all these boxes, and it's kind of crude as the VSP started, to a actual finished map, or a nearly finished map, in terms of the geometry. You can see though, I just want to show this for reference so you can marvel at the wonders of about, I don't know, 100 man hours. Okay, so this is, as you can see, the level evolving as we go here. We've got a lot of the geometry in here now. We've got our bridgeway, we've got some fire effects, we've got some barricades. Things are coming together. I need to actually adjust the collision on this piece right here. It's still messed up. So it's so I'm gonna run around the area that I haven't finished intentionally so you can actually get to the objective, because right now otherwise you couldn't get to it until I fix this collision. But as you can see, this is the next major road piece, the highway, and you can see we've got little barricades in here. These are pretty hot. I like these a lot. These came out good. And we've got to tear those out of the ground. You can see our death scene now. The briefcase is still floating a little bit. I have to adjust the positioning on that a little to fix it. Yeah, it's coming along, it's coming along. It's stopping me over here. Oh, this is a Jeep. Yeah, well, I've got to rip all those out of the ground anyway, so that'll be fine. But I wanted to keep showing you guys like the progress over the course of one day. It's a lot to get done. You can look through it with the rifle scope and see like all the little details and things. See like wire hanging out there. Byungju has done a hell of a good job on this stuff. I'm very, very impressed overall.
As you can see, our pyramid of monster cans has risen now to over 30 cans. If one thing's for sure, it's this. This tower will rise. It will rise to the end of Evangelion poster. And honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if John's bet that we all are gonna gain 10 pounds of weight would turn out to be correct. But well, I hope not.